We are just a few hours away from WrestleMania 39. 2 nights of some of the best wrestling possible, but tonight is Friday. We've got SmackDown, we've got the Hall of Fame. And with that said, I wanted to touch upon one man who currently does not have a match on the grandest stage of them all, but I have no doubt that he will make an appearance on the show of shows. Simply because ever since he made his debut on the main roster, ever since he first made his debut in NXT, he's been, if not the best, one of the best parts of the show, one of the most entertaining parts of any show he's on. Of course, I'm talking about the man himself, L.A. Knight. Yeah. God, I love doing that. But here's the thing. This man is entertaining as hell on the mic. Every time he's on the stick, you can feel his aura, you can feel his charisma. He has a presence that makes the fans on TV and in the arena know that he's there. And the fact of the matter is, he's been a heel ever since he made his debut on the main roster. And every single time his music hits, every single time he gets out there in the arena, most of the fans respond. Most of the fans go crazy. Most of the fans know that something entertaining is about to happen. And I know it's not the same level of response. I know it's not the same type of appreciation because, it's apples to oranges at this point. But I kind of equate it to the way AEW fans respond to when they hear MJF's music hit and when he comes out. Because every time, MJF is going to talk down in your city, just like LA Knight. MJF is going to do some dastardly, cowardly heel move, much like LA Knight. But his music hits, he walks out, he grabs a mic, he starts talking on the stick, and you can't help but get entertained. You can't help but get into whatever this man's about to say, because it's about to be good. It's about to be can't miss. I kind of equate that with L.A. Knight. Yeah. So, I kind of touched upon this a few weeks ago, I believe, in the previous video, but here is my option, my possibility, my probability of what LA Knight might be able to do at WrestleMania 39. Because I firmly believe that I don't think that tonight's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is enough for someone like LA Knight. I think it's very, very simple. The easy route, the easy match to put up at WrestleMania, impromptu of course. At this point, it has to be. After all, they've already announced the 13 matches where each match goes on each night. But the easy route would be to have L.A. Knight, go up against the almighty Bobby Lashley. 1-on-1. After all, Bobby Lashley also does not have a match at WrestleMania. After Bray Wyatt, he's nowhere to be seen for over a month now at this point. So, yeah, I do feel like those two men at least need to be on the show in some way or form. But right now we're talking about LA Knight. Because Bobby Lashley, he's a former 2-time world champion. If he's not on WrestleMania, he'll bounce back right after on Monday Night Raw. And he's a world title contender to either Reigns or Rhodes, whoever walks out with the title. But LA Knight, I have a feeling that maybe on WrestleMania Saturday or WrestleMania Sunday, he might come out. His music hits. You had the entire whole stadium yelling, L.A. Knight, yeah. And then he turns down the crowd, he berates them, he puts them down, he makes fun of the show of shows being in LA, and he doesn't have a match at the show, and one of two men can walk out. And I've already touched upon one, which is Randy Orton, who I believe is also going to be making his return at WrestleMania. He has to. It's a stadium. It's 50, 60, 70,000 people live on the grandest stage of them all. I'm sure the Viper is going to want to make his return back on WrestleMania rather than on a Monday Night Raw after. At that point, you might as well just do it in the stadium. But if it's not Randy Orton, here's my second option. And it doesn't really have to be a match because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of part-timers returning. Last year, I said it, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I didn't want him to have a match. He ended up having a match with Kevin Owens. Okay, I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I had some nostalgia with it, of course. It's Stone Cold back in the ring, whooping some ass. But he's past his prime. And this is a business. This is a sports business as well. So once your time is up in terms of your career, when you can't physically do this stuff, just stay back and let the younger generation come up. That's my thought. So I would just have him do what Stone Cold did 2 years ago. 2 years prior. Just walk out. Once that music hits, the glass breaks, it's done. Everybody in the arena, everybody in the stadium knows LA Knight is about to get his ass whooped. And they're going to love it. And I'm going to love it. Because it's entertainment. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out. What's LA Knight all over? And can we just talk about the fact that Stone Cold's mic work on the mic versus LA Knight's mic work on the mic on WrestleMania? Come on, that's a WrestleMania memory for the ages. So, looking forward to that. I'm hoping it's Stone Cold and LA Knight, because that's just going to be two of the biggest pops of the night. For me, at least. So, I feel like those are the two options that LA Knight, can have at WrestleMania 39. That's just my opinion. I'm hoping he does have a part at WrestleMania. Even if it's just a backstage segment. Something. Give the guy something. He's just that damn entertaining. What do you think is going to happen with LA Knight at WrestleMania? Do you think he's going to have a match? Do you think he's going to have an altercation in the ring? Do you think he's going to have a backstage segment on WrestleMania? Leave it in the comment section below. And I just want to end this with the fact that I've been an LA Knight fan ever since he debuted back in 2015 with TNA Wrestling under the name of Eli Drake. Yeah. And sure, he debuted as a part of the Rising, a stable that didn't really work out because it's TNA and they really don't know how to manage them at that point during that period of time. But by the time 2016 rolled around, he had already turned heel. And my thought process at the time was TNA Wrestling should build their entire company around two men. And that was EC3, who in my view, would be Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock. Either one. It's hard to equate. Whatever. It's hard to equate. But to me, it would have been EC3 and Eli Drake. That should have been the two men going into the future for that company. They botched it, as TNA Wrestling usually did back then. Impact Wrestling right now is on a roll. Unfortunately, Josh Alexander had to relinquish his Impact World Championship, so we're not getting that match that I was looking forward to ever since Steve Maclin made his debut a year ago. Maclin versus Alexander at Rebellion. So we'll just have to wait and see. But with LA Knight, Eli Drake, he's been entertaining me, at least, since 2015. So, dummy, yeah. Have a happy Friday. Enjoy SmackDown. Enjoy the Hall of Fame tonight. I believe there's also an episode of Rampage. We can't lose focus of AEW at all. We have all the WrestleCon events out here in Los Angeles. And WrestleMania is just a few hours away, so I literally can't wait. So with that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.